Hello everyone and welcome to the live trading room recap for Wednesday, May the 30th. My name is Barry Anderson, moderator of your trading room. Any questions for me, you can use this email address. This is the link to get into our free room. You do not have to be a member of Trade Ideas to be in our free trading room. This is a link for a subscription. There's a 15% promo code there, instant, either on the first month of a monthly subscription or the entire year of an annual. I open the room at about 9 o'clock Eastern time. That's when I start to share my screen, and I get live on the mic at 9:05. I go to 3:30 Monday to Thursday and 3 o'clock on Fridays. All right, well, yesterday was kind of a boring day for me. Today, anything but. Let me bring this in here. So, back to doing pre-market trades. So yesterday, I had a streak last week of 4 in a row. And I didn't do one yesterday, which was Tuesday. Monday was a holiday, of course. Got back into it again, the Codex. Now the Codex yesterday, let's take a look at the daily chart. Had an incredible day. And, you know, to be honest, couldn't really find any specific news on this, but, you know, it went up. That's all we know, it went up. And so this was, of course, on my radar for today. So when I woke up this morning, this is what greeted me in the pre-market. Remember, this is the mauve area here is the after hours yesterday. So this is what greeted me in the pre-market, the tan area. So bottom line is that I ended up taking this trade right here at 4:15 actually. 4:15. And I traded it out before the market opened. I got... what was the highest? Let's see, I got out some at 444, 467, and 455. Everything before the market opened. And so that definitely on a percentage basis from 415, the high was 467 right up here that I got out of. That definitely set the tone for me for the day. Now, the next trade, and I sort of broke a little bit of a rule that I have in not taking trades in the first 15 minutes. But I'm just so intrigued with GPS, with the gap. The reason I am is, let's take a look at it on the daily chart. To back it out just a little bit more. There we go. So Gap had earnings 3 days ago, and that was the result. So I saw this, and yesterday, in fact, I thought, you know what? If this can break down below that whole number, 28, this could be a tremendous short still, sort of a second day down after earnings. Because look where the support might be, down, you know, $3 or $4 away. So yesterday I watched it and it didn't do it. And it actually popped up and I thought, okay, well, maybe it's going to have a recovery. However, this morning when I started watching it, so this was the, again, this is the pre-market right here, really doing nothing. The market opens, and look what it did. It got down below that there. In fact, there's my price alert right there. So I say I broke a little bit of a rule because this was within the first 15 minutes. I decided, well, you know what? This could really start moving down right from the beginning. So bottom line is I took the short at 27.84. Right about here, took the short right about there, and it looked awesome. I thought it was, man, it's going to go right down below 27, but not really. I covered actually some relatively quickly at 27.66. It's close enough. And watched it, and I thought, okay, maybe we'll get close to that 27. It just didn't happen, and then it came right back up. Remember, this is where it closed. So I got out actually with a 3-cent loss. I got out at 27.87. Yeah, 27.87 from the 27.84 that I shorted it on, and then it moved up. So, you know, maybe that's why my rule is good for me anyway. But you know, made a little bit, but it just didn't work out the way I was hoping it would. DKS is another one. Now this I did wait for the 15 minutes. Oh, I'm out of, yeah, I had to watch this OGEN. I had this stop in place, so I'm out of the OGN. Just a second, please. All right, just resuming this now. Yeah, I was in the OGEN. Too bad. I thought it was, looked like it was going to start to Let me close this. I'm going to start to move here. This was one. I'll get back to the DKS, but this was one that was really moving in the pre-market. You can see what it did, and I thought at this point, because it had some room up to this 40 level, I thought when it got over 2, and the VWAP is actually at 211. So I waited for it to get over the VWAP right about here. In fact, it was right there. And it looked like it wanted to move. Got up to 228. I got into the trade at 217 and held it. And then, you know, as I was doing the video, you saw what I did. I got out of this and I took a 5-cent loss. Yeah, 4-cent loss. Got out at 213 and see what happens. See if it recovers. Back to DKS. So DKS was another, what I was seeing anyway at the very beginning was this is an earnings play, huge spike on earnings. We're seeing a lot of these ones that were just failing once the market opened. So I decided that I wanted to take a shot at a short at this one. So 36.75 is where I shorted this. And it worked okay. I mean, it got down to 35.83. I wish I could say I covered everything there, but I covered some at 36.70, 37 and 36.50 and got out of the trade. So, you know, a couple of early ones plus the pre-market one, but this is the star for me anyway. SPTN. Stock, I've seen this one before, but you know, I don't think I've ever traded this one, but this was earnings. Had an earnings and let's take a look at it on the daily chart. So you see what I saw, and as I say a million times in the room, look left, look left, look left, look left. So when I saw this, and I saw it was an earnings play, and I saw it was over the whole number, so a whole bunch of things falling into place for me. Just over the whole number, it's an earnings play. Why is it important that it's an earnings play? Mainly because a stock like this, which probably doesn't get that much attention, today was its day, It released earnings, and obviously the market reacted very well, taking all this out. And then when you look left, you could see that it had some room. Now, unfortunately, I don't know why I don't have the 200-day moving average on here. Anyway, the 200-day moving average is at 22.43. It's basically right there. Don't know why it's disappeared. Let me just bring that. You can see it right there. There's the 200-day moving average at 22.43. But that was a long ways off because I got into this trade at 2010. Let me bring back the 15-minute chart. So I got into this trade just on the break of the whole number. Took a little bit for me to get into this one. In fact, I got in right there. It took a little bit because it was a little bit spready. And so I just wanted to make sure that I could get into it and at a decent price. And I got a nice fill. I was very patient. With the interactive brokers, I can sort of stick something in between the bid and the ask. And I kept getting filled at 2010. So that was a nice fill for me. And then look what it did. I mean, it just basically went straight up. These are 15-minute candles. So this is almost an hour straight up. And, you know, I took some out at, let's see, 2072. Right about here. Took some out here, 21.17, and then lastly right up here. So I mean that's over $2. I was a little worried that it was going to crash down through that 200-day, which again is 21.46. I was actually stunned that it took out the 200-day quite easily. You know, I thought, wow, this might even go up to 23. But anyway, that was just a great trade. I know a lot of us in the room took that trade. You know, again, it's traded 1 million shares now. At this point, it was only a couple 100,000 shares. That's 12 times normal. So, you know, you can tell this does not trade very much. I mean, look at the volume right there. Compared to all these other 15-minute candles. So, I mean, or volume bars. So, anyway, but a stock that has earnings usually will be active most of the day. So that's it. So that was a great day for us. It was definitely a nice day for me, and I know a lot of us took this one and the Codex in the pre-market. So it turned out to be a really nice day. So let me just bring back the capture program, and here we go. And any questions for me? This is the email address you can use. This is the link to get into our free room. No strings attached, no credit card. We don't ask you for anything. Just an email so you can set up a password one time and get into the free room. You don't have to be a member of Trade Ideas. This is a subscription link. come on into the room. I mean, geez, it's free. We got some fantastic traders in the room. So it's not just about my telling you what to buy and sell all day long. Of course, my purpose is, obviously if I'm going to be taking trades, I talk about them a little ahead of time. And when I take them, you know about it. But it's also to help people understand how to use trade ideas, the actual program itself. So, hope everybody has a great evening, and I'll open the room tomorrow at 9 o'clock Eastern Time. Get live on the mic at 9:05. So have a great evening, everybody, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.